Welcome to a drawing teaser, a little introduction to mark making, the fundamentals, the tools, some of the basic principles. This is a teaser to get you started. Something in this collection does not belong to a drawing. Which one is it? Aha! The paintbrush. We can draw with a paintbrush, but basic drawing starts with mostly graphite. I have a lovely mechanical pencil. What I love about this one is it has a little eraser. This tiny little hole on the end. Right here. I'm sharpen. So I put that back. And then I have the standard ebony pencil, which will get nice dark values. I'm starting on newsprint, which graphite moves smoothly and you can get nice gradations. I have a simple school pencil, a number 2. This is a number 2 HB, which is going to be a little bit lighter. See this? No matter how hard I press, it won't be as dark as the ebony. And we know that pencils come in different grades. Here's another HB, which is hard and soft. And here is a number 2B, which is going to be in between these two. So, another HB and a 3B. So I will start by doing a simple gradation scale. Regardless of which drawing instrument, you want to be familiar with all the properties, all the marks, all the techniques that is unique to it. That's the same as any medium, watercolor versus printmaking versus pastel. So with graphite, the way that we create variation and value is by pressure. So if I start out with something very dark, and let's say I want to work on getting the next dark value, not quite as dark. So I'm going to try to make 9 different gradations. So I'd like to start by getting something in the middle. Varying my pressure. And then I want to get something super light. This gives me a range of something in between. So a little darker here, but not as dark as the other one. So 2 things I'm doing. I'm varying the pressure, and then I'm also repeating and going on top of my lines. I'm gonna get something in between these two. It helps, I've trained my eye over the years to see subtle variations, to know what's lighter or darker. So it has to be darker than this, but lighter than this. This one has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I hold the pencil like this and go evenly, again, lighter than that, but darker than the one next to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what's the very lightest I can get? Voila. Gradation. Most important, changing the pressure, and what I'm actually doing is creating an elliptical. So I'm going in this direction, and then I'm cross-hatching by coming back and going in this direction. This is based on basic cross-hatching where you go this way and this way. What that does is create a weave. When you see a weave, it makes it look smooth rather than a dominant direction. This versus coming back on a diagonal or a cross direction will give you a more even approach. Now, if I want to draw, say, the values of a garlic, let's study that for a moment. If I were to just do an outline, which I'm going to try without looking at my paper, changing the pressure, following the contour, coming up here at the top and getting the feeling of all these wonderful little hairs. Okay, that's just without looking at my paper. Now, if I look at my paper, I'm going to consider how tall versus how wide. And I can use my pencil to measure because it's a small object. If not, I would have to measure from a distance. So I'm seeing from here to here, and then it's 3/4 wide compared to tall. So if this is this wide, it has to be a little bit taller than it is wide. So there we go. And then I look for certain placements in terms of proportion. We see this crease, but if I'm looking straight down, it's not exactly in the middle like this, like a heart. It's like this. So I look at where that curve is up here, and if I come straight down, the stem is on the right side, then this is over here, and I'm doing this by seeing the whole object at once, not just over here and then not considering this. So in order to get my proportions accurate, I need to study the whole object and see all of its detail at once. And then I can come in and correct my proportion. So as a review, there are 4 stages to observational drawing. 1 is sketch. 2, proportion. 3, detail. And 4, value. And then detail. Value is what we did here. And that will get you started. Practice on doing some blind contour. Even for fun, try two-handed drawing, where you can feel the form. What does it feel like if you were to touch it going across?